Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 legit businesses you can start with no money down. Before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for future updates. If you're like millions of other Americans, you want to start your own company. However, there are a slew of roadblocks that could prevent you from doing so. You could not have the drive or time, for example, to see the project through, or you might not even have a strong idea to begin with. However, most people are halted in their tracks when they realize that starting a business requires money, which they lack. Still, keep in mind that there are loans, grants, and other fundraising alternatives, such as crowdfunding, to help you get what you need. Money isn't a legitimate reason not to start a business. Furthermore, there are some enterprises that you may start with absolutely no money. So, what kinds of enterprises may be launched without a lot of money? Writers, editors, photographers, illustrators, and video makers can book gigs from businesses, make a variety of content requirements on sites like Fiverr. The amount of money one can make is highly dependent on one's motivation and talent. Alexandra Fasulo, a copywriter, told Entrepreneur that she started by scheduling little assignments for $5 each, and within 2 years, she had created a reputation and customer base that allowed her to earn 6 figures per year. The top 10 genuine businesses you can start with no money down are as follows. Number 10. Etsy business. While some Etsy companies require a financial investment to get started, think jewelry making and other crafts that require supplies, there are certain things that may be sold on Etsy for very little money. If you're a designer who isn't interested in creating logos, digital art, and other printables like to-do lists, and calendars are very popular on sites like Etsy. A simple Google search for the term printable should provide hundreds of results, ranging from wedding invites to word art. The beauty of this business concept is that all you have to do is develop the image and list it. After it's sold, your consumers take care of the rest. Have you ever wondered how to get started selling on Etsy? If you're both artistic and enterprising, you might be thinking about opening an Etsy shop as a means to make money doing something you love. If that's the case, you've arrived to the correct place. From personalized jewelry to baby outfits, Etsy is a famous e-commerce portal for anything handmade. With over 1 million active vendors and over $1 billion in sales in 2014, it's a thriving online marketplace. If you want a piece of the pie, you should conduct some research to figure out how to stand out from the throng. Number 9. Logo and image design. Consider beginning a logo or graphic design firm if you're artistic and know how to use Photoshop. To get started, you can advertise your skills on Upwork, 99 Designs, or any of the numerous freelance sites accessible to help you establish a portfolio and client base. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, check out How Design's resources for folks interested in freelancing graphic design or starting a design business. Number 8. Creating a resume. Perhaps you've spent years as a hiring manager and know exactly what employers are looking for. Perhaps you're a whiz at graphic design and enjoy putting up a polished, professional-looking resume. Perhaps you also have a keen eye for detail, and I mean keen, no blunders permitted. If that's the case, try beginning a resume writing business. There are several approaches to this. Some firms specialize in altering existing documents, while others will create a full resume, graphics, content, and all, for a much higher charge and time commitment. Which choice you choose will be determined by your skill set, but both are valid possibilities for starting a free business. Number 7. Freelance editing. Similarly, if you have a keen eye for structural alterations, and enjoy proofreading for grammar and punctuation, you might want to try beginning your own freelance editing firm. There will always be a need for editors as long as there is written content. One blogger talks about how her roommate and colleague editor took on a whole thesis over the weekend. So if you have writing expertise and a strong eye, freelance editing could be a nice business idea to consider. Number 6. Freelance writing. Are you an excellent writer? It's a no-brainer on this one. Consider beginning a freelance writing business if you have strong writing talents. You could wish to start with a site like Upwork to create your portfolio and client base. It will instruct you on what to do and what not to do. Number 5. Dog training. If you have a lot of experience with dogs, you might want to consider beginning a business as a dog trainer. Keep in mind that, like the other pet-related business ideas, yours will thrive in an area where demand is high and there are a lot of dog owners. Aside from that, beginning a dog training business might be a terrific, low-cost business to start, especially if you've worked with dogs before or can learn. Number 4. Pet services. On that subject, why not establish a service that handles all of the minor details of pet ownership, such as pet grooming and vet appointments, dog walking, and pet sitting? Services can be mixed and matched. You might easily establish a business incorporating full-service pet support, including walks, trips to the groomer, daytime sitting, and so on, depending on what works best for you. Number 3. In-home dog care. In a similar line, consider starting a doggy daycare business, if you enjoy caring for animals. You can work during business hours for people who need someone to babysit their dog while they are at work, or you may care after dogs for people who are traveling. Aside from being low to no cost, the skill set required is self-explanatory: prior dog care experience and the ability to calmly and attentively look after them. Consider volunteering at an animal shelter first, if you want to establish a dog care business, but haven't spent much time around dogs. Number 2. In-home childcare. Turning your home into an in-home daycare service could be a terrific alternative for you, if you love children and have a nice setup for it. There will be fees and licensing requirements, which vary by state, but aside from that, the costs of beginning a daycare business are negligible to non-existent. The future of daycare businesses is bleak. Daycare enterprises, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, will have some of the greatest job growth of any industry through 2020. As a result, now is a perfect moment to start a daycare. Working from home and spending time with your children are obvious benefits of an in-home daycare, but even if you don't have children of your own, an in-home daycare may be an enjoyable business for anybody who enjoys children. Working parents will always need someone to care for their children, therefore a childcare center will never go out of business. Should you franchise? By purchasing a daycare franchise, you may avoid a lot of the stages involved in opening a daycare. However, for the majority of individuals, this is an unaffordable option. The lowest franchises start at $59,000 and go up to $3 million. This article will largely focus on how to open a daycare facility in your own house, which has numerous advantages such as lower costs. Continue reading to learn the ins and outs of starting a daycare. Step 1. Educate yourself on licensing. Although not all states require licenses, depending on the number of children you will be caring for, you will nearly always be required to register. Because many jurisdictions only require licensing, if you care for 5 or more children, you may decide to skip the licensing procedure and keep your enrollment low. Step 2. Find out what services are already available. It's time to look at other daycares in your neighborhood, now that you've examined the licensing laws in your state, and determined whether operating a daycare is a viable option for you. This will be your competitors as well as your co-workers. Create a business plan in Step 3. Organize the logistics. Make up a name and a philosophy for yourself. Create a health and safety strategy. Create a contract. Make a budget. Organize your tuition. Decide where you'll acquire your money from. Step 4. Complete the setup. Now that you have a strategy in place, it's time to put it into action. Select your location. If you don't plan to run your daycare out of your house, you may need to choose a location. Invest in equipment. Purchase any daycare equipment that is required. Sheets, mats, blankets, child-sized utensils, plates and cups, high chairs, step stools, and booster seats may be required in addition to toys. Step 5. Promote your daycare. Marketing was never a part of the daycare opening process for Lindsay Romen and Shalonda Owens. They never had to market because word of mouth soon filled their enrollment numbers and backlog. If this is the case for you, marketing is a vital step in assuring the success of your home daycare. Number 1. Blogging. While not a novel notion, monetized blogging has always been a popular choice for a low-cost business. When it comes to making money from your blog, you have a lot of alternatives, including affiliate relationships, producing ebooks, and delivering online courses and webinars. Certain blog niches will be more popular and easy to monetize than others, therefore some of these will perform better than others. Beauty, cuisine, and parenting blogs, for example, are among the most popular themes, making them easier to monetize, though you'll face stronger competition. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.